I'm in Springfield, Missouri, which is one of the more dangerous cities in the state of Missouri. The violent crime here is 283% higher than the national average. And for some perspective, Kansas City, Missouri is 301. So it's not quite as bad as Kansas City, but it's close. Let's turn here. Okay, looks cute at least coming in. Driving in, there was areas of lots of litter. There are a few closed up buildings, but the roads are really good. I didn't see any homeless people. I haven't seen a single homeless person so far in this area. And this so far looks cute. The way you pull in here. That building is all closed up. So this is a city of 170,000 people, although the sign when you pull in says 159, so population here is rising, and they probably haven't updated their sign in a while. That looks empty. It's 84% white, 5% Hispanic, and 2% black. So not really all that diverse. Not really all that many tall oh, but we got to go to the left to get into further into the downtown, I think. Nice little roundabout here. The average age is 33, which is a little on the low side. But the population is growing, so maybe, oh, here we got some homeless people in this center thing. I don't know if I got the camera all the way over to see that. We'll just loop around one more time. We'll put this on the inside, and you'll see there's homeless people in this center. Whenever you find these areas like this where they have these little parks kind of in the center, you always see homeless people at them. And this lady's got a huge cart full of a whole bunch of stuff. Right up here on the left. Whole bunch of stuff on that cart. A tarp on top. That's a hole. There's a guy, looks like there's a guy sitting, the lady's sitting up on the ledge and a guy sitting below her on the pavement. We'll go up this way. Because some of this is actually kind of cute. Trail of Tears Crossing. Yeah, this is actually kind of cute, this downtown area. So the average age is 33, and of the adults, about 19% are seniors. And that's kind of normal for 19% seniors. Well, all these roads just kind of all look like this. Like just all this cute little downtown kind of area. Not necessarily huge buildings like a normal downtown, but kind of a lot of, all this is boarded up, and behind us, if I would have went right, looked like that was pretty well boarded up. But it's kind of cute. I don't see a whole ton of graffiti. And now that might be a one-way. I'll keep going straight. Nope, it's not a one-way. It's just a narrow street. All this stuff looks like it's probably open. Nope, vacant. 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 The other ones, not too many vacant. Now we're stuck on a one-way again. The average income here is about $34,000. What is this? Oh, that turns into the driveway. They have a 21% poverty rate, which is a little on the high side. So 1 in every 5 people that live here live below the poverty line, which probably is part of the reason why the crime is as bad as it is. And we'll get to the crime in a minute. 43% home ownership. That's really low. And so that means 57% of the people are renters. And you can see all the buildings. I don't know if you can see them in front of us. Those are all apartment buildings. The tall buildings all right in front of us, those are apartment buildings. They're not office buildings. And when 57% of your population is renting, you have less people that, you know, care as much about a city or an area as they would if they had a home, had an investment here, you know, kind of have roots here, so to speak. So that could be another, the younger age, the low home ownership. There's a lot of reasons why the crime could be high here. But what is that? That looks like a mosque or something right there. Turn here. I'm just kind of randomly driving. This is kind of a just a low spread out downtown. We went through that cute area of it. There's a 39% marriage rate, which is a little on the low side. 68% of the people were born here, and that's a little low. It lists 2% as non-citizens. That may or may not be a homeless person. Hard to tell. But 68% born here. It's low, but the population is rising, so it's probably due to that more than anything. In 2019, they had 11 homicides. 2020 they had 22. So from 2019 to 2020 the homicides doubled. So this was a city that was hit by the summer of Floyd, just like a lot of cities were. Okay, this is another cute street. A lot of this is really cute. I can see why people are moving here. 2022 they had 17 homicides, so they the homicides went up after because of 2020, and they've stayed high after that. And their murder rates stay in the kind of the low double digits. Is this another one of these big circle things? I don't think this is even the same. Is this the same one that we went through already? Yeah, this is the same one we already went through. All roads lead back to this, apparently. We'll go up over here. Their assault rates are where things get a little out of control. And their assault rates per 100,000 people have been over 1,000 since 2019. So they got high. They started getting high prior to 2020, they were already on the rise. And in 2022, the assault rate was 11,041 per 100,000 people. Okay, now we're into the, I'm gonna go down, oh, that's a one-way. We'll come back up the other way and go through that. Hollywood Theaters on the right. So assault rate of 1,141 when Baltimore's assault rate is in the low 900s. That's really high. We'll go through. That's really high. The year-over-year crime here is showing a decrease of 21%, which means that last year was just, the year before last year was just really bad, to show a 20% decrease. Your odds of becoming a victim of a violent crime are 1 in 71, a property crime 1 in 21, and overall of any crime 1 in 16, and that's getting into the, you know, definite iffy territory. But it's cute looking. It's cute looking. Oh, all that, I don't know if the camera caught all that. The buildings there were, looked like they were purposely taken down because they're totally missing. Yeah, it's definitely cute looking. The cost of living here is lower than the national average, with housing 37% lower. And the schools, the test scores, 40% of the kids graduate proficient at English and math, 40%. The Missouri average is 44%, so they're not as good as the Missouri average. And the US average is 48%, so they're not as good as, let's just turn on this one. So they're not as good as either the national average or the Missouri average. They're below both of them. And 84% of the people that live here graduated high school, which unfortunately is normal for America, that less than 100%, less than 90% of people graduate high school. So it's a cute town. It's kind of, it felt like coming in, it felt like it was really spread out. Although that is all boarded up. It felt like it was really spread out. And I don't know if I'd even be able to get to how far away it would be to just get to where the houses are, because the houses don't look like they're right outside of downtown or anything. Brick City 1. That is. This is, looks like I just turned into some industrial area. But the crime is high here, but it doesn't look too bad. It looks kind of like a cute town. I can see why people are moving here. We'll go up here a little bit and see if we get into a neighborhood outside of all this. Outside of all this, and see if we can see a couple of the what the houses look like. And there were homeless people, but only a couple, so they've kept that in check, which is good. I mean, the stuff I look at when I drive through these cities, I look at the roads and see how bad the roads are. And the roads here are better than average, easily better than average. I look at the amount of litter. The litter in the downtown looked pretty good, but coming into town, there were areas that there was a lot of litter. So that's a 50-50. Homelessness, there was some, but it wasn't out of control. And the boarded up buildings, and there were some, but it wasn't out of control. So basically, of the 4 things that I look at to decide how bad a city is, bail bondsmen, there's one. These houses don't look too bad. Oh, that one's all in need of repair. But the 4 things that I look at to see how bad a city's looking is those 4 things, and it kind of did okay on all of them, but the crime is high, but it's mostly property crime. The violent crime actually isn't, or no, the violent crime actually was bad here, but the property crime, whoops, we're losing you. The property crime is bad here as well. But the violent crime here it's up there with Kansas City, Missouri. All right, I don't think I'm gonna be able to really see too many houses. So I'm gonna just let this play out for a little bit so you can see a little more of the city, but it actually looks better than a lot of cities that would have that same level of violent crime. It looks a lot better than cities with that. Okay, now we're into where the houses are in desperate need of repair. Wow, all that whole block was bad. There's more up that street that were all boarded up. Okay, so this is the area. You get over here and a lot of the houses are in desperate need of repair. That one could use a little repair as well, the one on the corner there. Yeah, a lot, that one's all falling apart too. Well, the housing here is cheap. If you want to buy something and fix it up and you're not afraid of the level of crime that they have right now, it's actually kind of a cute little town. The downtown anyway is. More houses boarded up. There's actually a lot of houses boarded up. A lot of them. Well, that one, somebody's repairing it. All right. We're going to let this play out now. And that was Springfield, Missouri.